In this video I'm gonna talk about XPath and CSS selector, how to get more ways to get XPath, and how to get very different ways to get CSS selector, and which one is the best. And also I'm gonna talk about two website, which is Amazon and Hardware, and the reason I choose like two website, I'm gonna show how it's different and how the XPath is like the locator is not like unique. So let's see. If I show you guys like practical, then maybe you get more view of it. And let's see, suppose if you wanna inspect this element, and if you right click on it and click on inspect, now see this one is get highlighted. Right now right click on it, and there is one way you can copy the XPath or you can copy the CSS selector. Those cases is same as for Firefox, Internet Explorer or Safari. Just right click on it and then go to copy, and you can get the XPath of it or CSS selector of it. So we're gonna get the copy of XPath. So now we got a copy of XPath, and how we gonna know that's the unique XPath for this one, this search bar. So to do this, there is also two ways you can get it. First of all, if you hit Ctrl and F, then you will see a search bar here at the bottom. Now you just paste it, see that's the XPath I copied, and you paste it, and at the end of the search bar you will see it says like 1 of 2. That means that's not a unique XPath. There is another one also, the same XPath is related to this, so we can't use this XPath into our project. So what we have to do, we have to write our own customized XPath. So but also another way, if you click on console and if you type here $x and then to bracket, inside the bracket to quotation, and paste the XPath here, and then what you have to do, change it to a single quote here, also change it to a single quote here, and at the end click enter. See, if when you click enter, it's give me the amount, like it says 2. That means, see, it says 2, that means it's not a unique XPath. So there is two ways. So one way is like hit Ctrl F, and the other way is like go to console, and for the XPath you just type like $and X, and for the CSS selector don't type on X, just put like $, and inside the bracket you just put the XPath. So that's the way you can validate like the XPath is like unique or not. So we're gonna go now on Amazon, and now suppose this one, if I search on it and click on inspect, and let's see this one is unique or not. Suppose I want to get the XPath of this, so right click on it and click on copy XPath. Now hit Ctrl F and paste it here. So after I paste it, see over here it says like 1 of 1. So that means you can use this XPath very easily. Just right click on it and copy the XPath. In that case, like you can just copy the XPath and paste it to your project. But the main thing is like every time if you use like right click and browser XPath, like right click and get the XPath or CSS selector, and you paste it to your project, if it is not unique, your test gonna be failed. So just make sure before you go to your before you paste it to your project, just validate your XPath is unique or not. So first one we got like not unique, and the other one we got unique. So the one is like not unique. So how you gonna select the XPath for this one? We have to write your own customized XPath for this one. So suppose I want to validate like this one, let me write a like customized XPath here. So for the customized XPath, we know we start from double slash and the input name, actually tag name. So the tag name is input bracket @ now suppose I want to get this one. So if you look at this, like suppose name is destination and the ID is destination, just if you inspect on it and then if you just click on it, now just move over your mouse and then you will see those are not unique one, the name and ID. Suppose if I take the name of this one and copy the destination and paste it here. See over here it says like 1 of 4. That means three other XPath is for this name attribute. So we can take the name attribute. Now we try the ID attribute. See, ID also is like 1 of 2. So none of this gonna work because those two is not unique. So what can we do? Let's see another one. If we can take the is there any other attribute I can take it from there? Suppose over here it says one class here. So we're gonna take the class attribute. I think that's gonna be unique one. Copy it and change it to CLA known as class. Paste it and see, now it says like 1 of 1. So that is the way, like you have to try, like you have to find the unique XPath and then you have to paste it to your project. Otherwise you can't rely on it and your test gonna be failed. So you can copy this code and paste it to your project now. But this one is like just take like ID. I think this one is like if you write a customized XPath for this one is also already unique, so you don't have to write a customized XPath. If you want to just right click on it and copy the XPath, and but if you want to like for testing purpose, like how if you want to write your own customized XPath, then what you can just see how it works. Tag name is input, @ ID equal to, what's the ID? Copy it, paste it. So see, it says 1 of 1. So this website, like this website is pretty easy, just copy. Like first time we just did the copy and like we just put the ID attribute and it's paste, like it's only 1 of 1. But this one is like we try name and then we try ID, both of them not unique, then we choose like another one which is class. So finally that's worked. Now you can copy this and paste it to your project. Suppose if you want to work on hardware, then just put 2 double slash and make it a comment. And now what you have to do, driver.findElement by.xpath : now you paste it here, and after you paste here, we just got the XPath here and we want to send some key in there, so we have to type at the end, which is dot sendKeys Buffalo Airport, and at the end there is a colon. Okay, before this step you have to hit the hotel, or if you want to change it to car, you have to hit the hotel car one. So we're gonna take the ID, we're gonna take inspect this one, and we're gonna put it in our project, otherwise it's not gonna pass. So this time, see, it says like this time is tag name is div and the attribute is class. So we're gonna take this one. Suppose if you wanna check it, you can check it. So how you can do it? Double slash, this time div @ class equal to, what was that? Alright, see, now it says like 1 of 1, so we can use it for our project. There's a unique one. Before, okay, we're gonna put the driver.findElement by Xpath. There's the Xpath, and we want to click it dot second one. Okay, dot click. Now what this code is gonna do, it's gonna go to Chrome browser and it's gonna open hardware.com, and then it's gonna click on hotel, and it's gonna type Buffalo Airport. Let's see how it's work. See, it's typing Buffalo Airport. So I think our test got passed, so cross it out. Alright, so that's the same way I talked about the how to write the customized Xpath, and how you can copy the Xpath from the browser. Suppose one more time, suppose if you wanna inspect this one, just right click on it and then copy the Xpath. And before you paste it to your project, make sure validate your Xpath, and make sure it's like unique. If it is not unique, then write your customized Xpath. Now I'm gonna talk about the CSS selector, which is the best for me, or I think for everybody, because there are a lot of ways you can write the CSS selector, and it's pretty easy to get the CSS selector. The same way you can get the CSS selector for this. Suppose if you want to inspect this Amazon website, and now click on inspect and click on it, and when you click on it, it will be highlighted. Just right click on it and copy, and click on copy selector, then the CSS selector will be copied. The other and most easy way, like if you see the ID anytime is like ID is unique, so how you can do the unique. When the ID is unique, the most and effective way is like to write a CSS selector is like just give the tag name and hash and the ID name. So the tag name is input and put hash, and ID name is to search something, to search text box. Copy it. So suppose tag name is input, give a hash, and then ID, just put the ID. See, it's already selected. It says 1 of 1. So that's the very easy and simple way like to do this like on CSS selector, and you can validate it very easily. So it's better to use, for me, like I'll recommend it, like a lot of people use like only CSS selector instead of Xpath. Just go for CSS selector. So the other way, like the same as Xpath, like if you want to validate in a console, just type a $sign and 2 bracket. There is no X for Xpath for CSS selector. So if you want to validate in Xpath, you just have to X on like after $sign, then to bracket and 2 bracket, and then paste your like whatever the code you copied. Suppose you copied the Xpath of this. Right click, copy, selector, console, paste it here at the end, hit enter. See, input text ID, it's only 1. If it is more than 1, it would show you like over here is 1 or 2 years. So it didn't show me anything, so that means it's unique. You can take it. So that is how you can validate in 2 way. Go to console and type $ and pay under 2 inside the 2 bracket, and just put your CSS selector. And another way is like for customize your CSS selector for anything, just give the tag name. Suppose tag name is input, yeah, okay, tag name is but elements, and now suppose tag name is input, and then same as like CSS selector, but in that case you don't have to type the attribute at the in front of the attribute, at the right sign in front of the attribute. So for the Xpath, we did like at the @sign, but for CSS selector you don't have to type the @sign. Just give a name, give the attribute which is ID equal to just delete the hash. So see, it says 1 of 1. So you already got like 3 different ways to get the CSS selector. One is like if you got the ID, just put the tag name and hash and ID name, and the other way is like copy the, right click on it and right click the selected part when you inspect it and get the Xpath CSS selector from there. And the other way is like tag name and inside the bracket attribute equal to, put your value in there. Thanks for watching my video. If you like it, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.